Today, we're diving into a really high-stakes conflict. We're talking about the silkworm versus its mortal enemy, the Uzi Fly. So you might be wondering, what's the big deal? How can one tiny little insect possibly threaten an entire agricultural sector, especially one that gives us one of the world's most beautiful and luxurious materials? Well, that's what we're here to find out.
To really understand the threat, we need to pull back the curtain on the delicate and surprisingly complex life of silk production. And that world is called sericulture. It's this amazing process where farmers carefully raise silkworms, which then spin these incredible cocoons that we harvest for silk thread. Now, this whole operation requires incredible precision and a really stable environment.
And it's exactly during this vulnerable time that our antagonist, our villain, makes its entrance. This is where we meet the Uzi Fly. So say hello to Exorista bombacis, Uzi Fly. This thing is a parasite, plain and simple, and it has one target in its sights, the silkworm. And let me be clear, this isn't just a pest, it's a notorious, industry-threatening menace. And its attack method is just brutally efficient. A female fly lands and lays her eggs right on the silkworm's skin. When those eggs hatch, the tiny larvae immediately burrow inside the silkworm and, you guessed it, start eating the host from the inside out. The silkworm dies long before it ever gets the chance to spin its precious cocoon. No cocoon, no silk. The amount of damage this can cause is just staggering. It can wipe out up to half, 50% of a farm's entire cocoon crop.
And that loss creates this awful economic chain reaction. I mean, it starts with fewer cocoons, obviously. But even the worms that survive are weaker, which means the cocoons they do make are lower quality. That gives you poor, weak silk thread. And all the while, the farmers are spending more and more money trying to fight the flies, just digging themselves into a deeper hole.
Okay, so this brings us to the next part of the story. For years, the go-to weapon has been chemical sprays, but this strategy is full of holes. For one, the flies are smart. They're developing resistance, so the sprays just don't work as well. Even worse, the chemicals can actually hurt the silkworms you're trying to protect, not to mention the environmental risks. It's just not a long-term solution. So you can see we need a totally new approach, something that's safe for the worms, good for the planet, and that can actually break this cycle for good. So what's the alternative? You might be thinking it's some high-tech gadget or a new super chemical, right? Well, actually, the solution being proposed is unexpectedly simple. It's all about trap. It's a non-toxic, food-based, organic trap. You lure the Uzi Flies into a trap using a bait that's completely harmless to the silkworms and everything else in the environment. It's totally non-toxic, so it's 100% safe for the silkworms. It's low effort, one trap covers a big area and works for a full month. But here's the absolute game changer. It targets both male and female flies. That's the key to stopping the whole cycle. And get this, actually using it is about as easy as it gets. A farmer just adds water, hangs the bag in a sunny spot, which activates the bait, and that's it. The trap does all the work. Once it's full, you just seal it up and toss it. Simple. This right here is the secret sauce. When you trap both the males and the females, you're not just playing defense anymore. You're actually breaking the breeding cycle itself. FlyTrap.in sums up the promise perfectly. Ensures effective, eco-friendly, and hassle-free protection against Uzi Fly infestations. It works, it's safe, and it's easy. So as we look to the future, could our most powerful tools be simple, targeted, organic solutions just like this one? What do you think?